Okay, hello, welcome back, and let's go ahead and get started. Today's topic is about leveling up. So, I was discussing this idea with my roommate, homie, brother Isaac, and tragic backflips, and he was telling me like this idea he had, where it's like you just approach to life like it's a video game and you got these side quests and you just have to complete them to add to your lore. And I'm all about lore building, it's kind of like the best part about, I think, life. It's just what you can do, what you've done, and kind of like adds to your sauce. You're like adding ingredients and you're the really tasty sauce. But anyways, the idea was like you have these quests and then you can translate things like, the gym. It's like a battle pass. You want to get to the tier 100 item, like the last tier item, but you can only get there if you grind, and you have to add time and dedication. Over that time you get really, really skilled at what you do. And every now and then, and I'm going to use getting jacked as an analogy here, like going to the gym, and it's like every now and then you'll get an emote, and what you can do is you can get a new pose or a new like muscle that is really forming, and then you like get really cool skins and outfits along the way until you hit that 100, and that's where like the final goal, and it takes a season to get there. Like, it'll take 3 months. You have to grind for it, but you eventually get it. And then I was saying like, then like you further, most games, especially Fortnite, and it's kind of the one I'm talking about here. Most games will have like styles you can add to that tier 100 that you have to play further, like to keep upgrading, keep grinding, go further and beyond. Little bonus items. And those styles are like how shredded you are. You keep getting more diced. Even though you're already like super jacked, you just keep getting further until you get to the final tier and you're just sauced up out of your mind. Anyways, so that's only in the context of like gymming, but you can do it with other things. So like I play piano. So it's like I gotta get these side quests. I gotta also follow the main quest where you're practicing your scales, and then you're learning these pieces of music, and you learn this new thing, and then you know you keep grinding and you eventually master that piece at the very end. But it takes effort. I'm trying to apply that to drawing, learning new things, and it keeps you pushing because you're going to have these skills that you have to unlock that you're not used to. But the more you set time to it and the more you grind, the easier it'll get to get there. This, it's like a domino effect. This is like a consistency will really take you far. And then like even talking to people, or like cool stuff like finding out new places to eat. You just explore the map. Like if you've lived in your own town but you don't know like little nooks and crannies and little spots, then like what are you doing? So you got to explore the map, and then you'll find side quests, maybe some side characters that you never would have thought you made like would have met, but until you were saying like, yeah, I'm gonna go explore right now. Anyways, it was a really nice idea, and I kind of want to apply that to this YouTube channel where you I just kind of keep adding little bits to the videos, kind of keep making them a little bit more uh, my style, and see how I can get there. And I want to track my progress to my hobbies, you know, drawing, piano, tricking, and working out. These are things that I value. I don't know how I would track doing learning French, but I'll figure it out. I am trying something new where it has I'm journaling in French. so I can better understand it. So we'll see how far that goes. Um, this week I learned two new things, and we'll start with the first one, which was how to study more effectively. I think is like the pomade method. I might be getting this wrong, but you set like 25 minutes to your desired task. Then you take a 5 minute break. So instead of studying or working and grinding at a piece for, or whatever you're doing, whether it's school or personal project, you do, 25 minutes dedicated, turn off the uh, distractions, just work to it, and then give yourself a 5 minute reward. It could be like a couple pages read in a book that you enjoy, scrolling on Instagram, but you got to make sure it's only 5 minutes. And then this also this other guy, and this is one thing I saw this week. I sent it to my friends, but I was listening to this at work, and he said another hack is to manipulate your environment to be used to things. So, say for instance, you turn on a computer, like your gaming PC. Turn it on, you have this habit of immediately opening up your game afterward. So, subtly, after time, you'll turn on your PC, immediately want to open up your game. And that can, that's stacked habits. It's just kind of following progression, it helps you get in the mindset of wanting to play the game. It could even be as just as much as sitting down in the chair makes you want to turn on the PC, makes you want to turn on the game. It's like a domino effect. So he suggested try using a lamp strictly for studying, just study lamp. So you turn it on, you study, you turn it off when you don't. And I'm going to be applying this. I learned this a couple of days ago, so I haven't really done much with it. But next week, we're going to see if I do. And I'm going to show the lamp every time, maybe. We'll see. And second thing was Taoism. I've been kind of have a story with this. Back in college, my favorite class was philosophy. This teacher was really passionate about it. And his only requirement was you had to be in the class and do like the 5 minute homeworks at the end. But you had to be in the class. It counted against your grade if you didn't show up. And it was really interesting, honestly. He talked about Friedrich Nietzsche. He talked about the Greeks. He talked about hierarchies, also just state of consciousness, and how we explored science to prove God was a creator. Very interesting things. And, we get to this one of Taoism, and it just sounded really cool. It was essentially just living in the moment. To be in Tao is to be present and to be kind of like, if you're thinking about Tao, you're not in Tao. It's to be in like flow, like Ikigai. And of course, the first bit of Taoism says like the spoken Tao is not the eternal Tao. There's like, it's kind of like that when you're in the zone. I would say Tao is when you're in the zone, if that makes sense. And it's really interesting. It's a philosophy / religion that's really deeply embedded in Chinese culture. And I learned that apparently China, if you ask them like, what's your religion, like there's apparently a mix of them, like Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. And I think I may be getting this wrong, but the Taoism is where yin and yang came from, not Confucianism, which I always associated with Confucianism, but I also may be getting this wrong. I want to do more reading about the Tao Te Ching, and I want to get the inner chapters by Zhongxi. I think that's how it's said, or Zhongsu. I think it was Zhongsu. But yeah, these were kind of my week. We're gonna see how jacked we can get. If I've learned this new piano piece, which will be really hype if I do learn it. It's definitely the most difficult one. And start completing some side quests. Go out on nature walks by yourself. Go to movies by yourself. Do interesting things, and you'll just have more lore the more side quests you try to complete. Anyways, that's about it. Thank you for listening this far, and that's it. See ya.